Hello everybody, this is Sebastian, I'm Don, we're from Performance Place Sports Care, and we are going over what chiropractic can do for low back pain. So Seb, what can we do?
I thought you were going to tell
as
them we're locally world
Oh
famous.
yeah, see I just want to get into it though, I'm excited.
So yeah, we want to let everyone know we're locally world famous, okay? So before we get into what chiros can do, we're locally world famous because people around town know us. Anyways, what can we do?
Well, we as chiros have multiple things in our tool belts that we can do for low back pain, right?
Yeah, but I thought only chiropractors can adjust.
That's one thing, definitely.
Okay, what else? Because I don't know. That's the hard thing, is I think a lot of people don't quite understand what the options are and what will happen if they go into an office, or at least a chiropractor's office.
Yeah. Well, for us, we have been trained to examine and diagnose, and if we think that what we find on you, an adjustment isn't necessarily going to be the best thing or the only thing that might work for your low back pain, then we have other tools in our tool belt that we can use.
Yeah, and so we thought we'd take you through at least a couple things that chiropractors can do. Again, it's based upon what type of person you see, because everybody's a little different. If you want a cake, you don't always go to, like, someone might do lemon cake, someone else does chocolate cake, you know? And so just, you might question and answer, like if this is something that you like, that you're seeing today and you like it, you just call the office and say, look, hey, I saw a video like this, do you do that stuff? And they say, yeah, then full go. And if you want something else, then that's okay too. But either way, we want everyone to be able to go to a place and get the expectation they want. So we usually we can go through adjusting as well as tissue work, as well as corrective exercise, as well as lifting and squatting and deadlifting, right? So what do you want to show them first?
The adjustment.
Oh, everybody's here for the adjustment, so you gonna ring dinger me?
Ring dinger.
You know about the ring dinger?
I've heard it, but what is? Oh, that's the head pull.
Yeah, there's a Y strap people too.
Yeah.
So we probably start too with when we're gonna adjust somebody for a low back, are you gonna do the neck, or are you gonna do low back, or what are you gonna do? Like, what can I expect if I come in? Because I don't like having my neck adjusted.
You don't have to have your neck adjusted.
Okay.
For low back pain, it can help sometimes, depending on like what we see in your movements. If we think that a neck adjustment is going to somehow help with overall body movement so that your back can work better, then sure. But if you don't like your neck adjusted, we don't have to do your neck. Mid backs feel great. People love mid back adjustments.
I like that a lot.
Low back adjustments, we don't do as much as maybe mid backs, but can be beneficial.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't we do that then? I'll take an adjustment.
Okay.
I'll take one. So let's just try it. We won't put the microphone directly by my body like everybody else does.
Yeah.
So you won't feel like probably a big pop. But
Feel a big pop or hear a big pop?
hear
Did
it.
you say feel?
Though they won't hear it. They won't
Go
hear it.
face down first. Let me
Okay.
actually make sure I'm adjusting the correct side.
Oh, okay.
That's important. Palpating, guys. Don't just adjust anything, but we find restrictions and we choose the side that we think needs it. Any tenderness, Seb?
Just a little bit on the right. There was one right around, like
One or two? One or two?
one.
One.
Got
it. Okay. Lay on your left side facing me.
Okay.
So some of these movements can seem really scary for some people. I like to show people that they're nice and secured in this position. If you don't like being twisted and pulled like this, there's other ways to do it. And hold here. Do you feel comfortable and secure, Seb?
I do.
Awesome. Do I have your permission to adjust you?
Yes.
Good. Breathe in for me. Breathe out. Awesome. Little pop. That would have been cool if we got the microphone right there. Just put it in your back pocket. And
That's really what do you call that? What do they do?
what do you mean?
When they put it by like a turtle that's eating?
I think it's called like EMR or something like that. I don't know. I'm not in the camera either, but cool. Mid back.
Sure, let's do that. Let's do that.
Give yourself a nice big hug.
This table's not the best for this, is it?
No, but that's okay. I want you to extend your legs for me. Okay, I'm gonna roll you towards me.
Find a good spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the way out. How's your back and my knuckles?
Oh, God. Which knuckle?
How do you feel?
That's good.
Your knuckle went first.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one thing. So, Doc, it still hurts a little bit.
Okay.
What else can you do? What else is in your chiropractic tool belt?
We can do some soft tissue.
Soft tissue?
Yeah.
Okay, what's that all about?
Soft tissue can be things like massage. It can be pinning and stretching. It can be cupping. There's a lot of different ways to manipulate the soft tissue.
Let's show everyone what that might look like then, just a little spurt.
Sure.
What do you want me to do?
You go on your stomach, face down. Bunch of different ways to get people to understand how to lay on their belly.
Right.
It's always like, lay on your back, face up for me, and they lay just like this. And I'm like, look at the ceiling for me. Awesome. So with low back, what we would normally do, we can just, if I had some lotion here, so I'm gonna roll your shirt up,
Mhm.
I would kind of just press on the areas that cause pain. Just local areas where you're feeling low back pain, we would just kind of press in there. Breathe into my thumb for me. So there's muscles like the lower back, what we call paravertebral muscles. There's the QL. There's a lot of different bigger groups of muscles that we could do in the low back. A lot of times working on people's glutes can help too. So we can do some pinning and stretching on the glutes like so. That really helps relieve some low back pain for people. Even just active movement as well. So if I'm gonna come around to show the camera. Bring this leg out towards me. Keep your leg straight. Bring it out towards me. There you go. I'm gonna pin here and then pull it back in. Sometimes active movement, pinning and stretching are things that we can do. Then we'll just get up and retest. Do you know what child's pose is?
I do.
Go in child's pose for me.
Well, it's not going to be a good one.
It's okay.
Don't take my picture and post it on Instagram because it won't be good.
So we can do it in this position too. So this has the muscles of the low back lengthened, and we can do the soft tissue in the areas like so. So now I'll have you just get up and see how it feels. Did that help you?
That's a little better. Doc, it still hurts a little bit.
Okay.
What else you got?
So one more thing that I would try, not one more thing, there's a bunch of things, but now I think it's important to, is that something that you can do at home on your own? The two
No.
things that I just did.
I don't think so. I don't think my wife will do that. She's got a long day at work.
So what I want to try to do is give you some tools as the patient, whoever, that they can do on their own to see if it helps with back pain. So back pain, there's one specific movement that we do that we notice is a high percentage win with low back pain, right?
Okay.
Go on your stomach for me.
Everything's on your stomach.
Yes, it is. Prop yourself up on your elbows like you're reading a book. Good. Breathe into your belly. Expand your belly into the table. And as long as this position feels good for you, then I'm going to progress you. Does it feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Grab the sides of the table for me and extend your elbows all the way up. Nice, and back down. Give me like 10 quick ones of those. Relax the booty cheeks, relax the low back muscles as we're trying this at home. This one seems to be a really high win for some people with just local low back pain. So once you reach 10, Seb, and breathe while you're doing it. That's important. Breathing at the top right here. People hold their breath while they're doing this movement. Let me have you do your last couple on your hands and knees. Show them how else they can do it if their arms hurt too much. You just bring the belt buckle down to the table and back up.
This one feels easier.
Yeah. Cool. Now stand up. See how you feel.
Oh, I can touch my toes a little better.
Cool.
I mean, I couldn't touch them before. So, yeah. So those are good. So the options, at least we went through here, is that you could end up having an adjustment that helps you, maybe. Maybe something local to the back, maybe even tissue work to the back, or maybe even adjustments to the hip or other parts of the body, if you want it. Not everybody wants an adjustment, and there's some people, again, they don't like the adjustment. The pop scares them. Some other people it doesn't. That's okay. We have other tools we can do, and a lot of times we don't, at least in our style, we don't need to actually to do an adjustment to make you feel any better.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's other things we can do as well, like exercise. Corrective exercise, or that you might call physical therapy, but in the chiropractic profession we call this physiotherapy. kind of a funny joke. I don't know if I told you this. What do you call it when a physical therapist tells you to squat?
I'm gonna see if I can figure this out. I don't know.
Physical therapy. What do you call it when a chiropractor tells you to squat?
What?
Physiotherapy. What do you call it when a trainer tells you to squat?
What?
A squat. They're the same thing. So it's just based upon licensing.
Silly.
But either way, it's the same thing. And so one thing we can do for back pain too is go ahead and lay on your back. We can give you a corrective exercise to do. And so I'm going to make Dawn suffer a little bit here. We have something called a glute resistance band. What we do know about lower back pain is that a lot of times there's this lower cross syndrome that happens. It's an occurrence that a lot of times the belly wall doesn't really work very well anymore. The glutes are kind of lazy. You can look up articles on glute amnesia. And so what we want to do is just encourage them to work a little harder and have some good muscular tone. And it'll help support the back. We know the glutes work well to support the back. With or without an adjustment, it doesn't matter. A chiropractor can still help you do through this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, okay, Dawn, break it. Break it. Come on, don't let me take it off. Good. Hips in the air, bridge, and come down. Good, and keep going. And so, when Dawn's doing this, she's basically going to hit the struggle train pretty quickly here. And let's see if we can zoom in a little bit here. I want to see the look on her face when she falls apart. And so, there you go. Make it happen. So basically what's happening here again is that there's corrective exercise should have a purpose and a strategy. And so a lot of times what we find, at least in our office, is that when we're working on getting someone's hips to work and the glutes to turn on, you have to mean it, okay? Now, you might find a little bit of back pain with this exercise, and if you do, all we have to do is get you to stiffen up the belly here and get the abs to work as well. The abs and glutes work well together, and so she just goes through more. She's going to feel kind of uncomfortable in the glutes. She's going to have a burn. Go ahead and break. I don't want you to struggle too much. So it's a hard exercise, but some of this stuff is helpful to get you in the next part, which we can help you with, is we can teach you how to deadlift. We can teach you how to squat. We can teach you how to so on. And so weightlifting, in some clinics, they'll have a place. And so we do have kettlebells and barbells and everything here. And so it's based upon your chiropractor's facility, really. And so I guess that answers most of the questions. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a chiropractor can certainly help you with lower back pain. We've had extensive hours in human dissection, radiology, and biomechanics. And there's someone I talked to about, they were they forget what their profession was, but they made up they asked me some questions about, well, what does a chiropractor do? And, or what's their education? And so they basically said, so you specialized in musculoskeletal medicine, as an MD might specialize, one of them might specialize in like pediatrics. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you're right. He was a financial advisor, now I remember. But anyways, we're specialists in musculoskeletal health and especially low back pain. We're very good at it. So if you're in Huntington Beach, come see us. We do have subscription channels around the buttons around there that you can check out. A bunch of the videos we do on sciatica, hips, low backs, neck, shoulder blade, various different things. They're all free on YouTube. And you can certainly go through onto our channel and just do all of those video searching and just find some goodies in there. And so we don't leave any stone unturned. If you can figure out how to put it together, a lot of the solutions are in there, but a lot of you will need one-on-one direct work, and that's why we are locally world famous. If you see us around town, just say, hey, what's up, Don?
That actually happens to me a lot with this shirt. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Cool. We'll see you guys next week.